Hello there, greetings, and good morning from my side. My name is Augustine, and I'm here to give us a very quick one. And there will be two events or two activities that will take place this morning while I do my broadcast, or two things that I'm going to explain in the course of my broadcast. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the summary of the mass adoption meeting. And then, in the course of summarizing yesterday's mass adoption meeting, and then I will talk about the blog, the most recent updates that the administration put out yesterday. So if you're just tuning into my broadcast for the first time, I would appreciate it if you do well to like, share, and subscribe. So I'll quickly begin by saying that the administration was on a break for some time. He needed to just clear out his head from the activities of day-to-day activities, and he referred to it as a health retreat. So I think he resumed yesterday, and the reason why he resumed was to continue building the community, Simply Brilliant community. So he began by sharing a video with us, which I would also do well to share, and then go into a bit of more details, and then summarize by reading the blog. So I'll share my screen now so that we can have a look. Hold on. All right. I think this is it. Yeah, this was the video that he shared yesterday. So the reason why he shared this video, you could take note of the name. I may not play it. You could take note of the name. The reason why he shared the video was because he wanted to prepare the community for what we were going to hear. And let's say the revolution we are going through, both in the community and in the world. The entire world is undergoing a revolution. If you are not aware, then I think you should be aware now. The entire world is going through a revolution from a cash economy to a cashless economy. The agenda is to bring about a new world order, and it has been extensively talked about by those in the World Economic Forum that met at Davos some 2 weeks ago or so. So they are making their plans, and we are also making our plans. And there was something the administration always says, which I'm going to also talk about very briefly. So I'll stop sharing my screen now and then share it again so that a few of us can have a look. Now I'll begin by looking at our Kringle Cash back office. That's where I want to begin with. So looking at the Kringle Cash back office, I would go into, let me reduce my screen so that I'll see it very well. I would go into posters. Now, when we look at posters and come to this point, this poster to me is a very significant one in a cashless society. This is what the World Economic Forum are doing. They are building a completely cashless economy. They are doing away with cash. And we having knowledge of their endpoints. And what's their endpoint? Totalitarianism. Their endpoint is enslavement. They want to turn humans into a machine. They want to remove the godlike nature of every human. Every human has a God tendency. Every human was or is created in the image of our Creator, our God. Now, many people may have different schools of thoughts, but I bring you the truth. And it's your choice to accept the truth or not. You are not someone that came like an animal. you have God essence inside of you. And what these guys are doing from time immemorial is to remove every thought that pertains to God from society. And they've been turning everything upside down. We in our community are turning things the right way so that people will see and will know that there is need to be responsible for everything, choices you make, and all that. The thing about our community is that so many people have been so intoxicated by the system of the elite. So many people have been so locked up in the matrix that they are hopelessly dependent on the matrix. They depend on it so well that they don't want to let go of the matrix. And I'm bringing this to you. In a cashless society, one will be promoted by the elites, and we already see it. Now, that is their final end game. This was already written in the scriptures. It was already written over 1,000 years ago. In fact, over 2,000 years ago, it has already been written. Now, on the right is the people's money. Why did the administration say it's the people's money? The truth is simple. The people will reject the elite system. Now, the question is, at what point will your eyes open to know that they are planning a total control of humanity? At what point will your eyes open so that you get plugged out of the matrix? Do you want to wait until they finally got into their end game and then that's when your eyes open? Well, it's your choice to make. I hope you make a right choice and I hope you make it in good time. But this is what is coming for all of us. And no one will force you, nobody will force you to come to our side. Now, it depends on how well we have built before you come in. If you come in this by this time, then you help us in building. Remember that every action, every choice you make comes with a consequent action. Every choice you make comes with some responsibilities, and that is what we are promoting in our community. And then in turn, our society, our community, our system will place you where you rightfully belong. Maybe as a billionaire, maybe as a millionaire, maybe as a core team member. I don't know where you belong, but it's the choice you make on a daily basis, consistently. Little choices you make is what will decide what you will be in the course of time. I just want you to know this because things are unfolding so fast. Over here in Nigeria, a whole lot has been happening. And so many people are having this illusion. Some people are having this mirage mindset that this phase will come and go. Some people tell me that the next government, we are at the verge of going about our next election. Some people tell me that once the next government comes in, the first thing they will do is to sack the central bank governor by name Godwin Emefiele. Some people say that all this idea of limiting cash supply and all that will be abolished and that everything will return to how it was. Mind you, what is going on in Nigeria, it's not just happening only in Nigeria. It's happening in Uganda. It's happening in Cameroon. It's happening in Ghana. It's happening in all African countries, not just only in African countries. It's happening in other developed countries as well. It's happening in the United States. It's also happening in UK in one form or the other. Some are faster than the other. But what I'm trying to point out is that the elites over time took control of the entire system. They are no more hiding themselves. They are now coming out to let you and I know that they are moving to the final plan. And if humanity chooses to sit down and do nothing, all of us are doomed. All of us are doomed. But then, as long as we exist under the jurisdiction of a private society, I say it's going to be impossible for such to happen. So, I want us to understand all of this. All right. So, the first thing I did talk about was the video the administration shared with us. And then I drifted away to talk about why this community is existing, why the revolution is going about, why humanity should act. Because if you do not act and you keep quiet, by default, you've consented to accepting the mark of the beast, which has already been talked about. All right, on that note, I believe I've given a good preamble, I've given a good background. So let's move now into the main content of today. So I would come and then go to our private blog. 1,000 coin offer is back by popular demand. Before now, the administration gave out this. Now, he spoke in esoteric language. I don't know how many people were able to understand. Now, if you look at this, you'll find out that it's an envelope, right? Yes, but it's not a brand new envelope. It's an envelope that has been stained by a whole lot of things. It's an old envelope. So it's a message he's trying to pass that there is a promo that may have taken place before because it's old and that it's going to come back in a kind of new form. That's exactly what he has done by bringing out this particular article. You know, those who took part last year in the promotion of 2000 TBC coins, not SBC, 2000 TBC coins, the administration had this intent that we will fill out the rotator team. And a number of people made efforts, I inclusive, made effort. I did everything I could to make sure that I didn't just bring in people who will come and stay for a while, but people who will come and then get consolidated. I was able to get a reasonable number, but still I am making efforts and I would get more this time because I think this is an opportunity that everyone should take part in. Okay, so some people did much more than the other, but a word of advice, you see, most of us are overtaken by bringing in as many people as possible, which is very good. But you are not taking your time to educate people you are bringing in about what they are coming in for and the responsibility required of them over time. This is not like every other kind of system. The concept of this system is consistency. Consistency, discipline, commitment. If you are not disciplined in this system and you begin to say anything that comes to your mind, then that's not the kind of people we need in our community. If you are not consistent by making sure that you pay your subscription fee, then you are going to fall out. And if you are not committed, meaning that you are trying to be a lonely billionaire, I want you to understand something. If you are choosing to pay your subscription fee by yourself, are you aware that the price of gold is coming up and it's coming up fast? What if by the end of this year, the price of gold decides to double? Will you keep bringing the money out of your pocket? I don't know. It's your choice. Now, the administration has made a very good plan so that the price of K-Love will go up very soon. We're going to talk about it shortly. And his intent is to see that most of us who are on the core team, backup team, and rotator team has K-Love and uses K-Love to pay their subscription fee going forward. It's as simple as that. So it doesn't matter what the price of K-Love will be over time, provided you have received your match and you do what you can to keep committed to that cause. The possibility of you falling out will be negligible. In fact, it will not be possible. So it's a plan, and the administration is working one step at a time in actualizing his plan. So in order to save time, let's quickly take time and read this content. 1,000 SBC. Now it's no more TBC, it's SBC. So it's a message passing. The message is already being passed. We have moved into a new system. If you are not aware, please be aware. It's no more TBC, it's now SBC. Now, the old members who are on the core team and on the backup team have received their match. And a good number of us, in fact, a good number of us are already withdrawing or banking. And it's open to everyone who are on the core team and backup team to bank. And as the administration studies the environment, it would give room for the core team and backup team over time to be able to pay their subscription fee from their banking information or for the banking that they've made over time. As at this point, we are still in a revenue-based kind of system. And one of the reasons why this promo was set up is to increase our revenue. And then through this taking opportunity, we are going to shrink supply so that we can metamorphose or migrate from a revenue-based kind of payment into a quick recovery-based kind of payment because the supply will be shrinked. So this SBC doesn't apply to those on the core team, those on the backup team. It applies to those on the rotator team. This promo is for those on the core team and backup team to do all they can, inclusive of those who are already on the rotator team, to push this thing to see how we can get 111 people. So on this note, let me now read the article. 1000 SBC for all currently active and all that pay the billionaire program fee before the end of March 2023, with K-Love Match in 2024 up to 111,111. For the administration to include K-Love Match, the core team and backup team already has received their own K-Love Match. So I do not think that we are included. Now, there may be a possibility of some of those who are active core team, backup team to receive 1000 SBC as a bonus. I do not know about that. But one thing I know is that those of us who are on the core team and on the backup team has received their equal match of K-Love. So the people who haven't received theirs yet are the rotator team, and theirs will be by June, which is those that are old members. Old members are those who came in before January 1st, 2023. All right, so let's fill up the entire rotator team. Now, let's go into the details. Let me make it a bit bolder so that we can see. All right, admin has been listening to the community and backed by popular demand is a 1000 coin SBC offer with an equal match of K-Love paid out in 2024. So emphasis are being made 1 year from now. So it's a promo for new members to make sure that they come in and stay put. In the past, offers like this really boosted membership growth in the community. And members have been suggesting to do something like this to kick off strong membership growth of new members in 2023. And I responded by putting this special offer together for all of us. Everyone will have access to this offer, but old members, now this is something that we should take note of, but old members will need to completely fill in the 111,111 spots on the rotator before they will collect 1000 SBC coins. Of course, it's self-explanatory. So these old members are going to do their part. They are going to do their homework. They would not receive any reward until the rotator team has been filled out. Then they receive their 1000 SBC. Self-explanatory. Now, if you received 2000 coins offered in December of 2022, then that makes you an old member. So if now I also want to make some clarifications here. If you received 2000 coins, now it was clear. It did not say if you took your send button test. Whether you took your send button test or not, it doesn't matter. It said as long as you paid your subscription fee by December and you received 2000 coins, that makes you an old member. Some people did their send button test, but they did not pay their subscription fee. To be very clear, those ones has been flushed out. Whoever it is that did not receive 2000 coins, as at December, you've been flushed out. Do not even bother renewing your account because the new system that we are soon migrating into would not recognize you. From the words of the administration, he said they just have to come in again as new members. And shortly from now, we are going to finish, the programmers will finish on the programming part of it and will migrate, hopefully before the end of this month. We are hoping, but let's see. Now, new members are those that joined our community starting on January 1st, 2023. All the new members currently will receive automatically the 1000 SBC coins very soon. But we need about a week to set up the software programming for this special offer. As new members join going forward until the expiration of this offer, at the end of March this year, they will collect their 1000 SBC coins within the months of joining our community. Collectively, all of you have up until March 31st, 2023 to fill in all of the 111 positions on the rotator before this offer expires. Being on the rotator, which is different than being on the rotator team, means that you will be groomed to be co-architects of the economy we are building, and ultimately the entire treasury of program fees will be put directly into your hands to run this economy. See the PDF guide. And for you to go about the PDF guide, is actually in your Kringle Cash back office. Time won't allow me. Now, you'll be the boss collectively that occupy the rotator. When the entire rotator of 111 spots are filled, old members will collect 1000 SBC coins from this offer automatically. So the administration is making it clear again that the spots must be filled, irrespective of wherever it is, whether it's old or new members. As long as you fill out these numbers, then old members will receive their 1000 SBC. So new members will get theirs whenever they come in between this month and next month, because we have February and we have March. Okay, so we have February, March. New members come in within the time they come in, they receive 1000. Old members will have to wait until these numbers are filled out. That's what the admin is trying to say. Self-explanatory. Now, automatically, they don't need to do anything. They don't need to write to support. They just get it under the condition that this has been filled. Okay. Of course, all members that have made advance payments covering this promo period are going to collect on this offer too automatically. Okay. Now, the K-Love March offer is 2024 requires 12 months. The K-Love offer in 2024 requires 12 months of consistent program payments to be qualified to collect this match. Now, this is where people do not do their part. They don't take their time to explain to their downline. And if you're able to explain to your downline, I want you to go for the right set of people, because the truth about it is those who are going to be employees in the system, some of us are going to them to force them to be in the administrative cadre, which is where we are feeling at the moment. It's not going to work because they will not be consistent in paying. They are the ones that we are going to help long run, and we'll pay them very well for jobs that they are going to carry out in our community. Remember, the elites have a plan for humanity to cause them to become machines. We have a plan to leave them with the humanity our Creator has given to them and giving them a job to have a dignified lifestyle. That's what we are doing. So the mode of operation on how you bring in people should be clear. Now, there are different kinds of ways to go about it. If you can't afford the yearly subscription, you can decide to go 3 months. You can decide to go 4 months. You can decide to go 6 months. If you can't go about all these, then I don't know how you're going to go about it. For instance, if someone obliged to pay 3 months and you have made the initial payments, make sure that you are 1 month ahead. So when you pay 3 months and then the first month comes and the second month comes, the beginning of the third month, you pay another subscription fee 3 months so that you are always 1 month ahead. Well, this is what I tell my downlines, those of them who pay subscription fee. I don't collect monthly subscription. I don't tell my downlines to pay on a monthly basis. Now, it is under extreme conditions that you are short of funds, then I tell you to pay on a monthly basis. And then that is going to be for a short time. And then when you've been able to recoup, you go back to 3 months. That's the minimum requirement that I tell my downlines. And if you're going on a monthly basis, these downlines are your foundations that you have to work with. If you don't build a strong foundation and they collapse, you would also fall alongside with them. Well, make a good choice. Paying an annual payment is the easiest way to take advantage of our offer. Plus, you get a nice discount when you pay annually. So those who can do annual payments, fine. Another thing I should also bring to our attention is by the day, two things are going to happen. By the months ahead, two things are going to happen. Number one, the price of gold will likely go up. That's number one. Number two, the currency of your country compared to the naira will continue to lose value. And you need more of your currency to buy naira. Sorry, you need more of your currency to buy dollar. For instance, Nigeria currency naira over time in the course of this month or next month or this year, you would need more naira to possess or to buy dollar because inflation will continue to eat up. Now, it doesn't mean that inflation will not also eat up on the dollar. It will, but because it's a reserve currency, the tendency of the inflation eating up on it will come last, seeing that it's universally accepted as a reserve currency. So the currencies of our local country, most especially African countries, will suffer more. So in order to be able to, cover up for it, do not go monthly because this month it may cost you 25,000 naira. The following month it may cost you 26,000, and the following month it will cost you 27,000. Going forward, you would pay more because these are the things you would experience if you're going monthly. But it saves a whole lot if you are going 3 months or 6 months. I don't know, but I'm giving you an idea of how to keep up in this system. Of course, I would not say it's going to be easy. It's not. But of course, what does it take to become a billionaire? Some people do their business for so many years. In fact, businessmen at this point are confused. They don't know what to do because they can't save again. Some people are charging some commission of 100%. Yes, there are some people that from Nigeria import things. We know that Nigeria has been so shut down to the point where we do not produce anything. And if we produce anything, the government fights to make sure that Nigerians are solely dependent on importation. Well, that's for a short term. As the Kringle Private Society or now the Simply Brilliant community comes in, we are going to promote um, creation of things from our country. We are going to patronize locally produced items. Nigeria will come to a point where things are done and they are done the right way. And it doesn't only apply to Nigeria. It is the same concept that is applying to most African countries that are blessed with natural resources, but instead of being used, well, they are being harnessed by some other people. All these things has happened over time. But as we come into power, based on people power, I tell you things will be done the right way. Well, let me leave that to speak over time. So plus nice, you get a nice discount when you pay annually. I fully expect that we would have already filled up all of the rotator positions. I fully expected that would have filled out all of the rotator positions before the end of 2022. But as a large team, we failed to meet that deadline. This is like a second chance offer to get the job done before the end of 2023. We have about 55,000 members right now, and I encourage all of you to use this offer to increase your bounty earnings, and we just need to double the team over the next 6 weeks. I will need a couple of weeks to reprogram team rewards to replace the billionaire team, which don't get a team reward for simply completing a billionaire fee payment with a new 2023 rotator team. So the billionaire team will be replaced temporarily with a new 2023 rotator team, which we are going to look into shortly, which is a separate team from the 2022 rotator team. So there are two different teams that are on the rotator. The 2022 rotator team will collect their K-Love match offer in June of 2023, as long as each consistently keep up their program fee payments. So this should be clear. They should not fall out. An easy way to go about it is to pay for 6 months. You automatically qualify if you're on the rotator team, if you can't afford the yearly subscription. The billionaire team will come back once this offer expires by either date or completion of filling in all the 111,111 spots on the rotator. So, from my point of view, I see that those that will be on the core team, backup team, and on the rotator team are going to be like the banks of the system. They'll have the bulk of the coins in various proportions, 200, 100, and 50, respectively. And these ones are going to be the ones to provide the necessary revenue to keep the community running going forward. The billionaire teams, I dare to say that they are going to have a tiny amount of SBC coins, which also means that they may not even have the opportunity of taking part in the K-Love match. The K-Love match, from what I'm now seeing, will not apply to the billionaires. It will only apply to the administrative cadre positions, which are the co-admins. You can call it either of them now. Now, this is the original plan I had in mind, which was altered some last month, but the administration has brought it back, which I'm happy about, quite happy. So these are the teams that will enjoy the equal match: core team, backup team, rotator team, and the billionaires will enjoy a different kind of concept, which for now we're not aware of. Our primary responsibility for now is to fill out the 111, 111. And once we've done that, then we then move to the next phase. So this means new members will collect 50 SBC coins monthly that belong to this 2023 rotator team just by keeping up their payments. All right, so this is a quick one. Stake K-Love and get 10% compound every 30 days with a 285 APR. We know what 285 APR is, which is annual percentage return or annual percentage rates. So I want us to understand something, and it's the biggest opportunity that you can ever imagine in this community. The last time this ever happened was several months, several years ago, where you put your money in a fixed deposit account. And I even doubt if you were able to get 10% on a monthly basis. And we all know that a whole lot is going out in the crypto space. And those in charge are fighting tooth and nail to see that our community does not, the crypto space, not just our community, the entire crypto space are shut down. That's exactly what they are doing. They are working to see that the crypto space is shut down. They want to introduce central banks digital currency, and they see the crypto space as a threat. Remember, they don't like competition. So they are going after every kind of system. They are going after Binance USD. They are going after every stable coins, and that's very funny. But you know why they would never come for us? Because we have a different concept. And let me not go into details. The point I'm driving at is, if you are here and you are listening to me, or you will listen to me over time, take part in this. It doesn't matter how much you put in. You can decide to put in $10. You can decide to put in $100. You can put in any amount you deem necessary. But put in what will not cost you within the next 1 month. Let us collectively take the community to where we want us to get, where we want it to get to. No one will help us to get there. There is no savior out there. We are the saviors of ourselves. And if we do not do our part to lift humanity out of the morass of poverty into a world of abundance and prosperity for all, I wonder who will help us to do it. So let us take this particular promo seriously. If you are willing to take part in it, my WhatsApp number is on the link below. You can reach out to me. I can guide you on how to go about it. But it is something that if you put in $1,000, which is the maximum as at now, at the end of 12 months, you are going to be having about 2,850. That's what you are going to be having, something in that range. And it's something that we are working based on dollar worth. Now, if your crypto value goes up in your MetaMask, whatever money that you put into the staking opportunity, it is seen as dollars you put in. So what will only count for you is the compound interest. You are going to receive the worth of what you put plus your compound interest. That's it. You will not enjoy an increase in the value of your K-Love for putting it there. So your principal will remain what it is, and then your interest will only occur. So they'll be giving it back to you based on dollar worth. So if you put in $1,000, at the end of 1 month, you're having 1,100. That's exactly how it's going to be. So let's understand it so that we don't get it twisted. All right, so I'm finalizing now. Updates. We need to remove over 20,000. So the administration is coming out clear now. We need to remove over 20,000 K-Love coins from circulation using this promo, which is what I've just said. APR K-Love staking offer, so that the price of K-Love will go above 100, will go above $100 and remain above that ongoing. I believe this community will get that done before the end of February of this year. Now, this will set up, then we will set up the 50% APR exchange offer to build at least $1 million of liquidity so we can kick off the exchange again. So the first one is to raise the price of K-Love. The second one is to make sure that we're able to get 50% APR so that we have enough liquidity to kick off the exchange. And from the last time I heard from the administration, the 50% APR will likely stay for 1 year. That is to say, whatever money you are staking in, you have to leave it there for 1 year. And after 1 year, you get a return of 50% APR. So if you put in $1,000, you get in $1,500 after 12 months. That's what this will be once we have finished the first phase, which is raising the value of K-Love. Let's watch and see how things will unfold. Now, things must be done in this order. So it must follow that order. We must get the price of K-Love to above $100. It will range between $100 and $200. Once we've achieved that, we move to phase 2. And then that is what I've already said. So so we will be strong enough to keep this exchange running ongoing without further interruptions. We already know that in the exchange that we are going to have, which is the one that is coming next, there will be no K-Love. It's going to be GGR, it's going to be Farmwall, it's going to be BNB, it's going to be BTC. That's what is going to be there. Okay, so that it's going to be easy for you to cash out without tanking the price of BNB or tanking the price of BTC. They've been there for a while and they have strong liquidity. So whatever activity that we're going to do, it will not affect it. And that gives room for K-Love to be able to grow and then properly distributed to the members of the community, and then we'll grow to a reasonable amount, and then each and every one of us will have our K-Love in our K-Love wallet, which is our internal K-Love wallet, not our external K-Love wallet, at least for now. And we're working to see how it can happen. A lot is going to play out in the course of time this month and this year as well. We'll soon launch our merchant adoption phase, and a whole lot will happen. So the timing of these events is in your hands collectively, not mine. So the speed that we get all of this done is up to us. It's up to you and I that is listening. Okay, so there was a reason why the administration took time to make it bold. The reason why is because he wants it to be done this month. Now, if we do not do our part, then it will not happen this month. It will be pushed to next. There is an extent it will delay. The administration may be forced to open it up for some other people to take part in the staking, and then give room for those who can invest over $1,000 to put in their money so that we can push the price of K-Love to where we want it to get to as soon as possible. We hope that he doesn't get to that point. Sorry about that. We hope that we don't push the administration to make some drastic decisions, because he wants to make sure that those in the community who were nothing to write home about, over time, because they decided to make commitments to this community will become billionaires that will decide the fate of humanity over time. And it's going to be a righteous set of people, not the unrighteous. Because most of the people that are going to be in the billionaire level, core team level, that is core team, backup team, rotator team, must have tasted how difficult it is to thrive. But because they understood the vision and held on to the vision long enough, they came out at the top. I don't know if it's going to be you. I've made up my mind that come what may, I'm going to stay in the billionaire position. Where there is a will, there is a way. I'm talking about the core team billionaire position, not the billionaire. Core team billionaire position. I don't know where you are, but the opportunity to come in and remain is now very possible. I hope you don't make the wrong choice. Okay, so the last thing I'll be talking about is the admin said that some of us have our coins on the exchange, and that once we've been able to push the price of KLove to over $100, the next phase is going to be for us to be able to migrate all of those coins to GGR, and it's going to assume the value of what KLove was as at the time it was shut down, and then that's what the worth of it is going to be. That was what he said. We do not know if that's going to be the final answer, but that was the information he gave in yesterday's mass adoption meeting. And a few people asked their questions, but well, I think these are the main points that were talked about. In fact, it was this blog that was talked about in details. The admin said we have to be strong and we have to pass in the right information to people. We have to make sure that we don't just go for the low class. The low class are those that fall into the employment zone over time. However, if you go for a low class and the person is determined to come up, then the low class should be able to work hard to be able to educate people about this community. And if two people come in who pay a yearly subscription fee, they are covered. So there is an effort required from each and every one of us to know who our right target audiences are and go for them. If we go to the wrong target audience, those ones will become a liability to us. In the mass adoption meeting yesterday, so many people were saying so many things. That's because those people had a defeated mindset. Where there is a will, there is a way. I have been emphasizing this concept: where there is a will, there is a way. If you believe that anything is possible and you said accept it in your heart, you walk towards it, because it's not all about acceptance. Faith and works must go together. If you have faith and there are no works to complement it, the possibility of making it happen is zero. But when you have faith and you believe and you walk towards it, your creator, seeing your mindset, will work it out to make sure that you succeed. Only those who have made up their mind from time to say that I'll be at the top. It doesn't matter how long this organization will take. The truth is, as we are building, we are saying continuously no to the elite agenda, no to the elite plan. As long as we are building, the system will be faithful enough in rewarding you. And at some point, based on the amount of KLove you have and the value of KLove and your amount you can withdraw on a daily basis, you can decide to start paying yourself a salary. Depends on how much you want to pay yourself. But this is what everybody who are on the core team, backup team, and rotator team will enjoy at some point. And it's not going to be so long from now. Between now and next year, these are the things that will begin to play out. And we still have our 1 million billionaires to fill out this year. We're not going to delay more than this year. So if you are here, let's do the part we can. And if you have questions to ask, you can always reach out to me, and I will always attend to you. All right, I think on this note, I'll be stopping. So for those of us that have your questions to ask and that are live, you can always ask your questions. But if you do not have any questions to ask, then I think I've been able to summarize. So there is just one person that has been making a comment. Good morning, Councillor Augustine. Beloved, good morning. It's a pleasure having you. Thanks for the endless effort. Now, I don't want us to get this wrong. This is done out of the abundance of love I have for the community. It's not a necessity. It's out of the abundance of love I have for the community. The real work is being able to bring in someone to the community and educating the person. That's where the real work is. You know, the elite has done a serious work on our minds, that when you try to talk to someone, some of them, because of the program running on their brains, they resist it. But I am telling you that I haven't found a better option than our Simply Brilliant community. We are in opposition to the agendas of the elites. You know what I mean. If we are going to be a bit more spiritual, we are in opposition to the kingdoms of Satan. And we know who that angel is, a fallen angel. Whatever negative energy you are seeing in the world is because he is inspiring it. And the time of the righteous has come. The time of the godly has come. But of course, the kingdom of God suffered violence. Only the violent will take it by force. And that's exactly what we are doing. If you are consistent on this course, you will follow through to the end. But if you are weak and feeble-minded, well, we have no choice. The system will always say, train the weak and support the strong. And that's exactly what we are doing. Thank you so much. For those of us who have taken time to watch, it's a pleasure having you on my broadcast. Please do well to like, do well to share, and do well to subscribe. Till I'll be coming your way again, most likely next week, Tuesday. Cheers and God bless you. Bye for now.